Activision presents... Oh, wait.
It's kind of weird that we're starting from this game and not doing the others, the older ones, but I did actually play this a lot as a kid.
Yeah,
this also... Sorry.
Yeah, this is one of those games I remember frequently renting out of, like, Hollywood Video when that still existed.
Man, what a time. Talking about Gex earlier, and there were a lot of games that I rented back then.
Yeah.
Trophy prize each track. So you pesky earth slugs are racist.
Nitrous oxide, the fastest racer in the galaxy.
He sounds like a piss baby in this. He sounds like he's got something like crawled up his ass and set up shop there.
I mean, look at him.
I mean, they did make a large, like, I guess high poly model just for him speaking, which is, like, unnecessary, but they definitely wanted to push the power of the PlayStation 1.
Him and the other bosses, yeah.
Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
It's so weird, like, the PS1 has, like, so much range in terms of, like, what it was capable of, so, like, it's hard to kind of figure out, like, whether or not, like, something is impressive, because there probably were, like, better-looking games, but there were also a lot of worse-looking games.
Right.
Yeah.
This seems like it's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
So the tale goes that with this story of the whole alien invasion thing, like, it goes that, like, Naughty Dog was, like, I think they were either getting sick of Crash or they really wanted to just end the series here. So it's like, hey, let's come up with this absolutely ridiculous story of alien invasion racing that, like they thought people would hate it enough to where Crash could just die off, and then the opposite of that happened.
Wait.
Yeah?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Yeah, it was like... I think in the original, it was like nitrous oxide was like a scientist who made a machine that would speed up the rotation of the world or something.
He created Sea Moon.
Yeah, but then they just changed him to just be like some weirdo who turns planets into parking lots if they lose his competition.
He really likes cement.
Yes.
He drinks his cement every day.
I love Dingo Dial.
I like these characters. They're pretty cool. I like Injin. He's my guy.
Yeah.
I'm just a tiger cub driving a car.
It used
S.K.
Oh.
A run, Malake!
They're putting an actual name in. I thought it was just gonna be all A's. Yeah, the long play by Unfinished Pyron.
So this is like unique to
Welcome to the adventure arena.
CTR,
You can
the
travel
adventure
around
mode.
this area and practice
Yeah.
your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map.
I don't think you can get away
represent
with like a
paths
multiplayer-only
which
game back
lead to
then.
races. When
It's
they
like some people
crash,
don't want it
it
now,
signifies
but like
they are
definitely back
open to
then
play.
you couldn't.
To access a racetrack,
Just
drive
sell just
onto
like
a warp
multiplayer.
pad that has an
I
active
mean, like,
warp
comparing
bar,
it to Mario
and
Kart,
it
like,
will take
Mario
you to
Kart
the
didn't
track
have, like,
start line.
something
Finish
as
the track in
expansive
first
as
place,
this. It just had,
win a
the
trophy.
Grand Prix stuff.
As you collect
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
trophies, other tracks will turn on and open
Because
to you.
this has,
Good
you
luck
know,
and drive
things
fast.
to collect like it's Donkey Kong, or, I'm sorry, like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a little more Crash-esque because it's as far as I remember, mostly just like playing the game and not running around in every corner.
Crash Kong and Donkey Bandicoot, yeah.
I mean, it was inspired by Donkey Kong Country. Originals, I mean.
This one is certainly Mario Kart adjacent, like, mostly because, like, all the abilities are just, aside from, I think, one, all the, random, like, power-ups and shit, are all, like, something from Mario Kart, but with a different skin.
Like, it's Mario Kart, but it takes things from Crash Bandicoot, mostly.
You know, like, the potions are the bananas. The one thing that they really do that is actually pretty interesting is, if you have, I think, 10 or 20 fruit...
10 fruit is maximum, and then you get your items powered up, like the TNT crate, which usually just, like, the enemy can remove if they hop enough. It turns into a nitro crate, which you will just explode when you touch it, just like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
He got hit by his own TNT.
I think you also can put it on someone else if you run into them, which is neat.
Yeah.
But my favorite one is the, there's just like the fucking, like, I guess we're never gonna see it, the orb? Like, I don't even know.
Warp Orb?
The warp orb that just, like, it's the blue shell, it just flies to first place and hits them, but if it's powered up, it just hits everybody in front of you.
Yeah, that thing was a fucking problem in the early days of the remake, where, like, people just got a fuck ton of those, and, like, I've had 4 of them chasing me at once at multiple points online.
Yeah, I can also, like, attest to that.
So one
It's
thing
also,
I don't...
yeah, there's also the clock, which slows everyone down.
Oh yeah, the lightning. I forget
What
exactly.
were you gonna say?
The one thing I'm not clear on is, because I didn't play Mario Kart 64 very much, I don't know how the boost is different in this game versus that one, where you, like, kind of drift and then get, like, multiple kind of boosts off of it.
So the power slide in this game, it's like, it's like you jump with one of, like, L1 or R1, right? And then, you like hold a direction, and then with the other button, it's like you press it in sequence when it's like okay, you see that, like, little bar on the bottom, like, below the map? Yeah,
it, like,
that's what that's for.
Yeah, you, like, jump and then hold it down, and then as you're turning, it starts building, and then every time it reaches the max, you hit the other jump button.
Yeah, you do it up to 3 times to build up your reserves, which is something that Mario Kart definitely does not have.
Yeah, and that's when that, it also, like, and from that, it's emphasized that, like, usually when you're doing the power slide, you want to, like, hit it when it's, like, right at the max, because you build more reserves doing it that way, as opposed to, like, just the second it goes red, you know?
Got 2 people with that one.
Yeah, I know you could do that in this one. I think the remake just made it to where, like, it can only hit just the one person.
Oh, that's no fun. We have this shield thing.
Shield. I'm too used to the remake voices. Dingo Dial's just like, oi.
Yeah, playing this as a kid, like, I could especially never decipher what the hell Dingo Dial was saying. He was just, it just sounded like he was making noises to me.
I've always really liked this, like, underwater tube thing that crops
Yeah,
up in
that's
some
really
games,
cool.
including Crash.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier in Discord, but, like, a later track in this series in Crash Nitro Kart, Deep Sea Driving, has a similar aesthetic, and I think it's really cool. But it's too bad that the track itself is kind of a bitch to play effectively.
At least in Nitro Fueled, it like wasn't all that bad in Nitro Kart, because that game had anti-gravity before Mario Kart did.
Ah.
Yeah.
And it's funny to think that in Crash Tag Team Racing, which we will probably not watch, there was also a track called Deep Sea Driving.
All right, yeah.
I do really enjoy this, like, podium thing, and just the characters being miserable.
And then Crash just pelvic thrusting.
When you get a TNT,
I do... Shut up.
Thanks, Haku.
I do like that the villain characters have a different helper, and that translates over to the star power-up, which is also the masks.
Yeah. Yeah, the different masks also got like their own jingles, which is neat.
And they also expanded that in the remake, where
They did.
yeah, because the remake had fucking Spyro characters, and they have Sparks instead of one of the masks.
Yeah, Sparks is like the Spyro character's mask, and then like in the second to last season they went like a Mad Max sort of season, and the mask for like those skins is like it's a new character, but the design is like an amalgamation of Aku Aku and Uka Uka from Crash of the Titans.
Huh.
Yeah, the new content that they introduced in the remake is definitely talk-worthy, like Hasty and Iron Checkpoint Crate.
God.
It's actually kind of fascinating to me how I actually owned 3 of these games as a kid, but this series has gone on for so long, and I kind of just ignored it. Like,
I mean,
don't
it's
really
kind of
know.
understandable past this point, because Crash Bash, Wrath of Cortex, the Game Boy games weren't that bad.
I think the first, if I remember right, the first actual Crash game I owned actually like was Bash, and then I got this later.
You know, when I said I owned 3 of them, I owned Warped, this, and Bash.
Huh.
I was okay
Rilla
with that
Roo
one.
fans rise up.
Yeah, I never actually played any of the original Crashes until like years later when I got my PS3 from the man formerly known as my dad.
It's funny, like, I played Warped first, so then I went and played 2, and I was just like, well, the sequel's better. So I just never really liked the other ones. I played the first one, like, in the remake. Like, I think Nimrod brought it over. Or no, I think I just watched him play. By the way, it was just like, yeah, this is like Crash, but before they invaded a little bit. So I just feel like Warped is kind of the one for me.
I'm in a very weird position where I knew about Crash in my childhood, but I never actually touched any of the games.
That was a lot of things for me.
I mean, it's kind of fair. It's not like... It's like, I like Crash games, but I don't know if I'd ever say there was one that, like, was a must-play. At least, the ones that I have seen.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, just... Cortex is over there just crying.
Cortex with human skin.
A Cortex before he got jaundice into insanity.
you win a trophy.
Actually, no, not even that. I think the yellow skin was like Wrath of Cortex onward.
You can get
Oh, is that a thing they
any
did?
time.
Yeah, they just changed his skin to yellow. can't say I understand why, but
Question, was this game before or after Diddy Kong Racing?
this
I
was
don't know.
after.
That explains it, okay.
Yeah, and I remember this because there was also another like anecdote where to like test the engine they actually ported one of the levels from Diddy Kong Racing into this just to like test stuff.
Oh my god.
Wow. I don't know.
That kind of, because I just kind of like realized, like, yeah, this adventure mode thing is pretty much just in Diddy Kong Racing.
I never could wrap my head around Diddy Kong Racing, and I like haven't touched it. It just doesn't seem like my kind of. Despite me liking the remake of this a lot.
Yeah,
I played it like a couple of times, like my cousin owned it. It's pretty neat. I can't say I love it, but I mean, it seemed fine.
I also forgot that they actually did remake Diddy Kong Racing for the DS of all things, and of course, Banjo and Conker weren't there.
they weren't there, but like their instruments were still in like the medley, I guess, of the old characters. So like that was used for like the main menus and that. I don't know. It's weird.
Also, Tiny Kong was there, and then puberty just hit her like a freight train. She got fucking tall.
She became tall
Yeah.
instead of tiny.
Tall Kong.
Tall Kong.
Imagine if Chunky Kong came back, and then he's just like a regular, like
Slim
gorilla,
Kong.
like an average-sized gorilla. Like,
He became unchunked.
Yeah,
Yes.
he became Slim Bob.
ugh, I'm all skin and bones.
I think that, yeah, we bring up the Diddy Kong Racing comparison. I think, like, the whole fruit pickup thing was actually kind of... I think it's also kind of in the same league there, but in Diddy Kong Racing, if I remember right, the bananas just, like, increased your acceleration or some shit, while here they just power your items up.
I thought it also increased your speed.
Yeah, it gives you a small speed boost.
Oh.
There was also, like, you could also power up items in Diddy Kong Racing, but by picking up the same power-up multiple times.
Yeah, that I remember.
It's like I'm accusing this game of not being original, but I mean, it was fun. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, if you're making a game in the same genre, you might as well take ideas from your competitors, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how fighting games do it.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm really upset by this lady's model. There's just this, like, absurd jiggle physics thing, and then she just sticks her low poly face straight in the camera. Oh god.
At one point, he was actually supposed to talk, and though that old voice did not sound good on him.
Oh yeah.
Ripperoo Day 1.
I don't remember if there's any bosses in this game that... I think Entropy is in this?
Yeah,
is,
Entropy's in
but-
this, but he's not in the adventure mode. You have to, like, beat all of his ghosts to unlock him.
Oh,
In
right.
time trials, yeah. He was piss easy. He was like really easy in the remake.
I was gonna say, like, I think a lot of these bosses are references to, the first two games. The very
Yeah.
first, maybe the second one, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Komodo Joe is a reference to 2, and then most of the other guys, they're all, like, Crash 1 vets.
Yeah.
Like, I know
They
Ripper
haven't
Roo was...
appeared in
I
the
know Ripper
last-
2 was also in, 2, but, Papu and Pinstripe were definitely the callbacks to the first game.
I like Pinstripe.
Yeah, they were just like, what if we
Pinstripe
gave a
was
boss a gun?
I forget if N-Jin originated in 3?
He originated in 2.
Oh, right, that's right.
Yeah, he was like the replacement for Embryo, but Embryo appeared in 2 and he helped you there. If you got the gems.
I'm just trying to remember who in this game is actually originated from Warps. Tiny?
Is
Dial.
Oh,
Di-
yeah.
2.
Tiny was 2. The 3 characters are Dingo Dial and Entropy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and also fucking Burra.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, yeah, the 3 characters are the playable ones, and then... I don't know, yeah. They're kind of all over the place, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
To think that this character would get a redesign and be playable in the remake.
Weren't there, like, a number of them? I think there are, like, different modes have different models for that person.
Different characters have different Umbrella Girls.
Yeah.
So that's the original Laughing Boy, I guess.
Yeah, the original Mr. Giggles.
The original The Joker.
The trickster's joke.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4
Also
more
that
places.
that
Good luck.
not Zelda jingle for the key there.
And then there's just this area whose entire purpose is just all the stuff that you need for 100% and Oxide.
Oh, is this like a seamless transition?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's transitioned to like the other parts of the hub. It's also
It's
got
the
a
same in the
dynamic
remake, too.
also got like dynamic music going with it too.
There's a surprising number of games that did dynamic music in this era. Speaking of the game I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Spider-Man technically kind of did that too.
Yeah,
The first one at least.
it was kind of a thing, and only Bubsy 2 did it terribly.
How so?
Oh, have you not heard it?
No.
Well, imagine if you had like say 8 different tracks for one stage, and then you played them every second or so. Just at random.
Oh.
Like a
Ew.
playlist?
No, as in like, well, yeah. Imagine you had on a playlist, and then as soon as you move like 2 feet, you hit the next button. Every single time you move anywhere.
Oh god.
Ugh.
It's just constant, just like audio noise because none of the music has time to actually settle. It's awful.
I was gonna say, that's just... What if that happened in BB Tag, but then I'm reminded that is just BB Tag if you play as Yang.
Totally, it's just PP tag.
Not quite that bad. Jesus Christ. I'll give
Is
that.
Griffin gonna take the shortcut?
Oh, nice.
Nice! Yeah. I also have to note that there aren't that many, like, item-based shortcuts like Mario Kart, although, like, most of Mario Kart shortcuts require a mushroom to go over, like, parts that'll usually slow you down. But here it's a little bit different, where going over, like, rough terrain isn't exactly, like, just gonna kill your reserves.
Yeah, there's not. I can't think of too many other like racers that have done like item-based shortcut like this game doesn't.
Yeah, the only one really is just throwing an item out that door in this course.
I'm just reminded of the feather from Mario Kart or Super Mario Kart, which is an item that I
Oh,
don't think
yeah.
ever came back because what?
It came back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's battle mode,
The fuck?
Great.
and that was it. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 was an extremely sterile Mario Kart, and that combined with Ayasme being hyped for the remake kinda was what got me into getting the remake.
Yeah.
Who shot Engine?
Who killed Engine? Who killed Engine?
I like to touch that second place is facing forward, third place is facing away.
You win a trophy.
This is even more shamed.
Is that true of the remake?
Yeah, I think that,
You
yeah.
can go faster through turn.
Wow!
You can go faster. I am really sad I'm not going to hear the other guy say, "Congratulations, you win a trophy."
Yeah. Fucking... Yeah, fucking Uka Uka for whatever reason the remake just sounds like fucking, the bus driver in The Simpsons.
What the fuck?
He's voiced by the same dude in
Yeah,
the Insane Trilogy.
he's voiced by the same dude, but in Nitro Fuel he just sounds like fucking Otto. I don't know why they did that.
What the
And it's
shit?
fucking John DiMaggio to boot.
Yeah, the voice direction in the remakes is extremely questionable at times, to put it generously.
And there's only one good voice, and that's Big Norm.
I don't know if I would say that, but
Okay, I'm kind of joking. It's like half and half.
yeah.
I would say from what little I've seen of Big Norm, I really appreciate him, so...
I'm
Yeah.
glad that I could make you like him.
Big Norm is the MVP of Nitro Kart. Oh, whoa, what?
I don't
I
remember
do
this
have to
track.
say that it is nice that they do have like voice lines for the characters, but it isn't like too much, so it's not like Eminem's kart racing.
Oh, yeah, no, it's used effectively.
Yeah.
Approaching sound barrier! Hey, look, a nut!
I was kind of wowed by the fact that you can actually get an item crate by, like, hitting it with another item.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah. Novelties upon novelties with this one.
I will confess, I find that this game's soundtrack is not terribly memorable, although there are a couple of tracks that stick in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I heard some of the remake ones, and they just, like, made it sound even more like generic Crash music, which was weird.
There's like only a few tracks from the original, or at least like the remakes of the original that I like Dragon Mines.
Congratulations.
I like that one, yeah.
You win a trophy.
Yeah. Most of my other favorite tracks are from Nitro Kart.
Yeah, yeah, same
To get a
here,
turbo
yeah.
boost. Wow.
I like that
The,
one in Engine Labs. It's really good.
Also the boss race music.
They did an interesting thing in the remake where like they had slight alterations to the boss music to fit the boss character.
Ah.
And here's a Mesoamerican temple for a character who is supposed to be from Southwest Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the stage aesthetic. Like, you know, driving on, like, Temple Road, that's pretty neat, but... Papu Papu was a mistake.
The 90s were just weird about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that they're just like, come Crash 4, It's About Time, not Wrath of Cortex, they're like, let's forget this character, okay?
Those are some fucking shortcuts, by the way. What the hell?
Oh yeah. Also, fucking Aku going wrong way for the
Yeah.
one of them. Yeah.
I only know
Oh.
this course so much because everybody online in the remake just fucking picks it, and I don't know why.
Well, couldn't tell you there.
I don't like Crash's voice in this. It's so weird.
What, would you rather him speak?
No, I'd rather him say nothing. Like, that's, you know, he's got whoa, and then that was it, and now he's got whoa, and then ah!
I am going to express excitement through geebled words.
What I expect him to say is penguin.
I thought you were going to say greebled words.
I mean, yeah. That's just what Overwatch is, greebled words.
Activision in general, really. Yeah, no, he didn't. I guess for the sake of the kart racer or whatever, but yeah, he didn't. He already had like, oh, whoa. That's all he really needed.
Penguin Ye 1.
Penguin Ye 2?
I want to say that I had a version of the game that had that, but I could be wrong.
A trophy.
The the Penguin Ye 1 thing?
Yeah.
That's just
A tight turn.
yeah, that's just all of the NTSCU
To
copies.
access this boss girl,
Right.
you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
What if I don't want to face him?
What if I don't want to fight the CEO of racism?
Sure's a big ass fucking loading zone for that one door.
This game's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though that I haven't touched the original since a time in college where somebody brought it over and I played a little bit and I didn't understand it, but now that I actually have an understanding of it, I would not mind going back to it. Whoa!
Yeah, that line in particular is just like, I never heard that coherently as a kid. It just sounded like Dingo Dial was going. Then again, I was also the same kid that fucking heard Ness is okay as Hug Hash, so you know.
Oh, you're not ARPA, so I'm alright with that.
I misheard Dr. Doom's You Have No Hope as You Have No Boat.
I still can't get over it. When I was younger, I heard Anacris's intro in MVC2 is, oh, let's get wasted.
I mean, if you're playing Anacaris in Marvel 2, then you probably already are wasted.
Oh, I don't know. There was at least like one dedicated player I remember seeing of Anacris in 2, so But on note of the game and not on note of the game and stuff, I'm kind of like at a weird impasse where like I'm so used to the stuff that the remake did for like the mechanics and for the mechanics and and such that I don't I don't know if I would want to play the originals again. I don't know, it's weird.
That's understandable. Engine, are you okay?
No, someone keeps shooting him.
Papu much tired of watching puny slugs race so slow. Papu want in action to lay boom down big and prove Papu.
I'm surprised that they just didn't omit this character in the remakes, but
You much try.
Well,
Yeah.
where else were they gonna put those jiggle physics?
Oh, Jesus.
on Pinstripe, of course. Haven't you seen the speedruns?
Oh yeah, it's true. I remember like my old disc of this, it got so scratched to like the point where like these cutscenes would get fucked up and like I would just effectively be soft locked. And I remember with Papo'S in particular, like his speech, I guess it just turned into him fucking beatboxing, for the lack of a better way to describe it.
I know I had some, like, really fucked up games. I think I remember once I rented Jersey Devil, and the disc was, like, so messed up that, like, objects would just disappear. And then, like, the character started doing, like, his idle animation during the death cutscene. Just weird shit like that.
Huh.
I remember my copy of Donkey Konga wouldn't run. Like, it got to the title screen and then it said it had a disk error. And then we tried everything to fix it, including put toothpaste on it. It did not work.
That reminds me, I still need to like try and recreate that audio fuck up I mentioned in the Spider-Man watch.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Ugh.
Just grit your teeth, it'll be over soon.
Yeah, I need a plank of wood and I'll fucking bite into it and be like, like I'm like getting a shot or something, or getting like
A
my
limb
teeth
cut off.
pulled. Yes, like I'm getting a limb cut off and getting a replacement.
This is the next, like, Jigsaw tweet.
Well, it's like I want you to race against Papu Papu.
Oh, you have 1 minute to race Papu Papu and not take any shortcuts. Please get your not animating mouth away from me, Isabella.
Oh no, he's gotta talk again. I forgot to anticipate this.
Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast.
Yeah, this is when Papa would just start beatboxing on my fucked up disc.
I mean, that sounds better. Like, imagine just like Thanos
better-
beatbox.
Better, except for the fact I couldn't play the rest of the game.
You're forced to sit here and watch him beatbox for eternity. Oh god, you're not kidding about that jingle.
And this is the part where the tracks just get fucking hard. Well, maybe not Blizzard Bluff, but
Blizzard, the Blizzard Bluff shortcuts, they're certainly, like, not as consistent in the remake, so it's like you're half right, I want to say.
Remember some of the later stages in this get crazy.
Oxide
yeah.
Station.
Crash Bash was a weird game.
Rilla-Roo. People really wanted Rilla-Roo back.
Who wanted that?
A lot of people, apparently.
You'd be surprised.
I would, apparently. I can't imagine why... I literally forgot that character existed, and he was playable in a game that I owned.
It's fucking like... He was free DLC in an update for the remake, and they kind of made his mouth up too high, and people complained that his face was fucked up. So, in the last update that Beanox had, they fixed his mouth, had him as a separate character, and named him Fixed Rilla-Roo.
Yes.
This game sounds, like, messed up.
It,
Yeah, they're fucking
in some
mutants.
in, like, some regards, nitro-fueled is, yeah, but it's, surprisingly very mechanically sound.
Just, like, the bizarre ideas they have are just, like... just strange.
Yeah, nitro-fueled, it's like... They kind of just made it, a celebration of the Crash franchise. And they really meant it, considering fucking Rilla-Roo came back.
They didn't put fucking Mr. Crumb in it 2 out of 10.
Oh, don't worry, he's in the mobile runner that I keep forgetting is a thing. And apparently the Noid is going to be in that too, so what the fuck ever, I guess.
They should have put the Noid CTR. So, if you're wondering who Mr. Crumb is, he was like the main antagonist of like a LCD game?
Yeah, just some obscure, like, Tiger Electronics LCD thing.
Jesus Christ.
Crash fans are fucking weird.
So, this course sucks.
It sucks until you learn the U-turn tech, as I found out.
I still suck at the U-turn part, I'm sorry. I'm a fraud.
Well, I'll just leave it at that. Well,
I like some of these visual effects. Like, the backgrounds and stuff look pretty nice.
Yeah?
I like the
Oh,
look
I
of
haven't
this
talked
place.
about this game's graphics, where, like, they needed as many polygons to make up the racers, so, the wheels are actually 2D sprites.
Alright. I don't think I ever noticed that.
And even then, Tiny Tiger looks not so pleasing from the front.
No. The low poly Ripper Roo model, he just looks so dopey.
And then there's Komodo Joe who has buck teeth instead of fangs.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, gosh, Crash, what the fuck did you do with my bottom teeth?
It's weird that of the two characters they put in this game, or the two of them involve, like, the animals that you ride on in previous games.
They needed lightweight characters for something.
I suppose
It's
so.
true. Alright, yeah, and then in the remake they like added the dinosaur from Warped as like another character in the second season they did.
I'm just trying to think of a character they haven't added.
Like a bunch of fucking idiots from Twinsanity because fuck that game.
Well, yeah. At least ones that I would recognize, I guess. The motorcycle from Warped in a cart.
No. No. That would have been perfect, given that they just put a fucking crate as a playable character.
There isn't that, but I do remember seeing somebody like model swapping a hog into a cart. Hell, I think they even like ported over like the like the hog you ride in 1. They like imported that as like a fucking vehicle, but the mounting wasn't right, so like Crash is just riding the side of the hog. It's really funny looking. I have to see if that video's still up.
It's like the generic scientist enemies that were in a bunch of those games. Is that a character?
Yes.
Yes.
In the
course.
last update.
Of course.
Yeah, object motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I'm a Object Ass Banger fan.
Jesus Christ.
They also put in Baby Cortex and Baby Entropy from the ending of Crash 3?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. They really just went way the fucking, even when with some instances they probably shouldn't have. But
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
for Baby Big Norm and
you
Baby T. That's just an egg with legs.
you stop that.
I mean, honestly, they had more reason to do that than Mario Kart did with Baby Daisy.
Baby Rosalina.
Yeah, it's like, why are you still doing this?
Pink Gold Peach.
Christ almighty.
Well, they. Oh, fucking right. They did stoop to that low with Baby Coco, the biggest crime against humanity in recent years that I can think of.
Yikes.
Yeah, they also had Baby Crash, but Baby Crash isn't as monstrous looking as Baby Coco.
And fucking Baby Crash, like, if you really want to fucking take a stretch at it, you could, like, interpret that as, like, a nod to the fucking ending of Mind Over Mutant, I think, on DS. I don't know. It's
The
fucking weird.
Viscount from Crash Boom Bang.
They didn't do that.
They could have, and people wanted it.
Crash fans are fucking weird. I can't say that enough.
How many Crash games are there, for fuck's sake?
A lot.
It's amazing to me
lot,
how, like,
yeah.
how many of them there are, but I feel like I don't know any Crash fans. Like, I
Do you
know...
want me to list them? Because I think
No.
I could list them all.
No,
Okay.
you really don't have to do that.
Actually, fuck it, go for it. If it's off your head.
Okay, Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Crash Bandicoot 3, Warped. Crash Team Racing, which we're watching right now. Crash Bash. Crash 4, Wrath of Cortex. Crash Nitro Kart. Crash Bandicoot The Huge Adventure for the Game Boy Advance. Crash Bandicoot 2, Entranced. Crash Twinsanity. Crash Tag Team Racing. Crash on the N-Gage? I forgot the title of that one, I'm sorry, but I know that we talked about it before.
I think the N-Gage one was like an advanced port, quote unquote, of the Game Boy Advance version of Nitro Kart.
Oh yeah, there's also, N-Gage versions of Crash Nitro Kart, and then there's Crash Nitro Kart 2, and then, Crash of the Titans, Crash Mind Over Mutant, and then Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and finally Crash 4, It's About Time. Oh yeah, right, Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Trophy.
Christ almighty.
Oh yeah, right, I'm forgetting another one. Crash Purple, Ripto's...
Oh,
Crash
oh, right, the
Purple.
fucking the Crash and Spyro like crossover games, and that were just a bunch of. It was essentially a mini game compilation.
Crash Bandicoot Purple, Ripto's Rampage, and Spyro Orange, the Cortex Conspiracy.
A mini game compilation that was a platformer adventure game.
So, like Crash Bash, but Spyro.
I forgot Crash Boom Bang, which was essentially the sequel to Crash Bash on the DS, where everybody looked weird.
Never even heard of that one.
Good.
Wasn't Crash of the Titans the one with, like, everyone got, like, weird redesigns?
Yeah.
Yes.
What even
That's
was
when-
that?
Crash got tribal tattoos, and it was like, a beat-em-up platformer where you take over giant monster bodies?
I just remember Titans as the game where they redesigned Tiny Tiger into a completely different character, but still fucking called him Tiny.
Because Tiny is based off of the Tasmanian tiger, which is extinct. And then in Crash of the Titans, he's just a Siberian tiger.
Alright.
Also, Crash Mind Over Mutant is the one where Embryo came back and he said that he wrote the Bible.
What?
He said that he wrote the Bible. And he also says that he invented recycling. And Slinkies, apparently.
I take it I didn't miss much.
We were talking about how Embryo wrote the Bible.
Ah, right.
What is...
Naturally.
So I remember seeing another game, like, my friend played it. I think it was Twin Sanity? Is that the one where it's like... they're, like, teamed up or something?
Yes.
Crash and Cortex, yeah. And it's also the one where Crash just looks... There's something off about him that I just say, this is the kind of Crash that would call me a slur. There's just that energy that comes off of him.
Wasn't there also, like, a character that's just, like, related to Cortex? Who's, like...
Nina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is that? What is her deal?
She's got mechanical stretchy arms, and the game can't decide if she's Cortex's daughter or niece. That's about the crux of what I can remember.
She was also supposed to first appear in Crash Nitro Kart, but then she just showed up. Her first Tentacles appearance was in fucking the Spyro crossover Game Boy game.
Crash Purple, I think, yeah.
Yes.
Spyro Orange.
Spyro Orange and Crash Purple, what the fuck?
If you think everything that happened to Crash is weird, if we ever get into Spyro, we need to talk about the fucking reboot where it just became DMC.
Do we?
What?
It became a hack and slash with a gritty aesthetic to it, like...
Huh.
Am I crazy? Was Skylanders like a Spyro thing?
Yes.
Okay.
For a while.
Yeah,
Because it had Spyro's name at the beginning until they were like, nah, fuck Spyro. Fuck.
It was the Rabbids, yeah.
yeah, they rabbits. It's Spyro. Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I mean, at least they remade the original Spyro trilogy, and it was like, you know, faithful.
I wouldn't mind playing that. I remember played the first 2 or 3, maybe? I think at least the 2. I really like the first
I
one.
definitely remember 3. I definitely remember 3.
The only mainline Spyro game I have ever played is 3. Or only one of the originals, I guess.
Yeah. I remember, Crash 3 came with a demo for Spyro, and I think vice versa.
Oh, yeah. Crash Bash had a demo for like Spyro 3 in it, but like I never figured out how to access it because it was in the instruction manual, I remember, but like it was worded like really fucking weirdly. So like I could never like figure out how to actually play it, so I was just stuck with Crash Bash.
I'm sorry, I have to say that Komodo Joe model is a lot better than the one in the remake. Bite me.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, when we get to the remake, I'm gonna have so many nitpicks with the designs. It's like not the worst thing, but I don't know. I'm really nitpicky.
Oh right, I guess they had to do something for him here, but yeah, Komodo's weapon, he's just throwing like flying TNTs.
Oh yeah, right. He's alone in this game. There's no Komodo Mo.
Yeah.
Probably due to tentacle limitations.
I think what they wanted to do was like they wanted to have both of the brothers as one character, and then they couldn't do that, I think.
Oh.
I could that could just be another false memory of mine for all I know.
Like, they probably could have just had them as, like, separate racers like they did in Crash Nitro Kart with both Norms.
Maybe.
Because they definitely...
I remember being aware that there were two of them, even though I never played the game they're from. And I forget why. Like, I don't know if it was maybe in the instruction manual or something.
The Komodo brothers were both bosses in Crash Bash at one point, I remember.
Oh, was that it then? That probably was it.
Yeah.
Wasn't Oxide also the final boss of that game for some reason?
Yeah. Yeah. And his theme in Bash was a remix of Dingo Dial's theme from Warped.
That's funny, because Crash Cove is just a riff from Dingo Dial's theme, even though it's associated with Crash Bandicoot himself.
Wait, the fuck?
Yeah,
Is
you know,
it?
dun 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 dun. That came from Dingo Dial's theme.
Huh. I guess I never noticed it. This fucking loose animation for him.
Jesus.
Poggers!
Oh, God.
You're not
Okay, I'm
so
fine.
slow after all. Surprised.
Remember Crash Bash had like a couple of weird, just like, remixes of older music?
I think you're not fast enough to outrace Oxide.
Yeah.
You're going to lose our planet, and it will all be your fault.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't hold his tongue. I honestly forgot that he was a Komodo dragon and not a snake.
Yeah, that's the impression I got too at first. Yeah, no, none of the bosses really hold their tongue. Like in the old Ripper-Roo dialogue, he said like, best get your head checked if you think you could beat Oxide.
At least that's better than why doesn't Cortex take a 12-step program off of a 10-step pier?
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
What is that from?
Some promotional video for Crash 2?
Oh,
Crash had a
that
voice
shit,
and
yeah.
and now I have to do it again?
Fucking right. The rocket with the pocket.
That never caught on, I wonder why.
It is a mystery.
I like this stage. This is probably my favorite. Just like, the turbo tunnel is just like fun.
Hell yeah.
You should see it in the remake. They did a lot of good stuff with it. Although I do really like the classic PS1 aesthetic.
Oh, for sure. I think the tiger just sounds like a cat.
I mean, some big tigers just do sound like house cats.
Do they?
Have you heard a cheetah chirp?
I have not.
Cheetahs
Get on that
chirp.
someday.
Yeah. And YouTube poop it like he did that cat in that Punch-Out licensing.
I don't even know. I just remember I was doing that in a call with you guys. Like, I was just in the background YTPing that, like, it was just like a Tumblr video.
Alright, fucking, this stage, in this version, I always like to just, like, grief the CPU by, like, jumping onto that ramp down there and, like, place beakers or TNTs. Just, like, right on that boost pad.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
Just,
you
just
could
fuck them all
jump.
up, yeah.
Yeah, this upcoming boost pad you could jump onto from that previous stretch, because it's like a weird figure eight, like that one.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like from that the upper one, you could just like jump off the side and then like get onto that and just get onto that pad from the beginning, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I used to eat salt and pepper for dinner.
I have to comment on the fact that several times in this video, I've seen him in first, or like second or third place and just get like the best items.
He got
Oh,
a warp
yeah.
orb in second place, and he shot Coco with it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
weird.
he also got a fucking clock in second place.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if they're just like really rare or what, but it seems like they're not rare enough because I've seen it like 3 times now. And this person hasn't been in not first place very much.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty alright, even though that, I think he could be doing better, but then again, this is just a long play of Crash Team Racing, not a speed run.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if it were a speed run, we already would have seen
Trophy.
morbidly obese Pinstripe Paturu. He looks like a weasel, not a Paturu.
Yeah, so the reference with that is in the PAL versions of Crash Team Racing, like on Boot Up, I think there's a menu where you can pick what language you want, but you could also cancel out of that menu and like start the game with no language loaded, and that does some funny things to the game, including but not limited to some of the bosses just getting head swaps.
how would that even happen?
I don't. From what I remember, I think the game is like, okay, because there wasn't a language picked. I think it was trying to load the I think it was like trying to load Japanese somehow.
But like, how would that affect like whose head is on whose model? That's so weird. Like, that had to be deliberate in some bizarre way.
Yeah, it. It's the only thing I can think of.
That's
Also,
strange.
who the fuck did that laugh? Was that Coco or something?
I think that was Engine? No. I'm not sure.
No, that was like way too high pitched to be Engine.
It might have been the Panda, because I don't know if they have a very distinct voice.
They sound like an
My
animal in the...
Yeah, my favorite character, Polar Panda.
Oh, Polar Bear. Duh.
I mean, there is a panda from the, like, phone cart games that they brought back, and the fucking second place Warp Orb again.
The polar panda, yes. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that does sound like a Crash Bandicoot character.
It
'cause, you know,
does,
they
yeah.
mix together
You're
two species.
you're technically not wrong, because Polar in the base game in the remake, he's got like a recolor that makes him look like a little panda cub.
And Dingo Dial apparently has one too, and nobody uses it because it's fucking ugly. I mean, Dingo Dial is also ugly in my opinion in the remakes.
I mean,
Well,
there's,
you know.
there's a lot of ways to make that guy look beautiful.
Crash 4, hello?
Oh no.
He's fucking caked up? Okay, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Making Dingo Dial say bastard is the key to all this.
Making Embryo say cloaca is the key to all of this.
Oh, Jesus.
And have it be voiced as the former voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wait, which one?
Roger Craig Smith.
Oh. It's always been Chris Redfield.
Give me a set rep, my cloaca.
Come on.
I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but I also like the thing in the original version where, like, if a racer gets hit, you can just hear them regardless of like where they are.
Yeah, I think that's happened a couple of times. I think it just kind of confirms that you landed a hit.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Which is, like, really funny whenever you kind of, like, fire and forget, and then you're just like, I guess I hit somebody. I remember this stage. Or last one too, but this one...
This one's
This one's
certainly
probably
interesting.
one of my favorite courses. Definitely not my favorite boss battle, though, but it's a good course on its own.
I'm just wondering why they were just like, what should we give our mobster boss? Blimps. I don't think you could be a mobster with a blimp.
well, sure you can. How do you think Pinstripe got a racer game? I got nothing.
Who knows, maybe Pinstripe threatened Naughty Dog to make this his stage with a bunch of blimps. Like, hey, you see my blimps over here? Now put me in the game.
And then, like, and then in the remake, they, like, gave this course, like, a casino-esque aesthetic on the side?
Yeah, and also in here, there's like a portrait of Pinstripe that looks like the poster of Scarface.
Yeah, and then in that one tunnel, it just looks kind of like his boss stage in the first Crash.
I thought you were gonna say his boudoir or something.
I don't even know what that word means.
Like, I'm gonna have to look it up because I have a habit of using fancy words wrong.
I think it just means, like, fancy. So, like, yeah, his fancy. It's a picture of his fancy.
A boudoir is a woman's private sitting room or salon in a furnished accommodation, usually between the dining room and the bedroom, but can also refer to a woman's private bedroom.
Oh, I think it said a bourgeois.
Boudoir.
That makes a little more
Term
sense.
derived from the French verb bouder, to sulk or pout, or adjective boudoir, sulking. The room was originally a space for sulking in, or one to put away or withdraw to.
Uh,
Oh, good. A word with sexist connotations in it. Nice.
oh no.
Nailed it.
I was just gonna say either Pinstripe is secretly a drag queen or he's really emo. Okay, bad joke. It's bad. Hit me with a nitro crate.
He's got like this mob boss mentality, but he's secretly just like sulking in his bedroom, just crying.
It's like put on the Godfather soundtrack. I need to wipe my bitter tears.
Well, I mean, if he loses in the remake, he hugs his gun, so you never know.
That's his wife. Don't touch somebody's wife.
Who touched my gun?
Oh my god.
People are like, oh, Tana's going out with Pinstripe, but no, Pinstripe's going out with his gun.
Christ.
His gun, Tommy.
Yeah.
I ship Pinstripe and Tommy. The gun.
If they make a Nitro Field 2, Tommy should be a playable character.
Just make every inanimate object a racer, fuck it. Yeah, that trophy up there, make it a racer.
So you
The
take a
podium?
like take a model of like the first level in this game and put it in a cart.
If it's
And now
the,
you're
like,
just-
remakes one, then it just crashes the game because it has so much to load.
Now you're just like reminding me of like those like action replay videos of Gran Turismo 2 where like one of the vehicles, quote unquote, you can pick is just like one of the fucking test courses, I think.
What?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And surprisingly, it doesn't make the game crash, but it does like cut into the frame rate a good deal, if I remember right.
I imagine it would, yeah.
It
You
doesn't make
also
the game
can't
crash
fucking
as opposed
see
to Spyro.
anything because of the model.
What?
So it doesn't make the game crash as opposed to make it Spyro.
Thanks. Why didn't they make a racer that was just a cart? Like a cart in a cart.
That would have been too meta. It should have been a cart that rides on Crash Bandicoot who runs on all fours.
I love his fucking orb, by the way, that just like gets lost trying to find people. It's like, wait, what the hold the fucking phone. What? Huh?
Yeah. It just doesn't know.
I swear to God, it can also hit you. Like, I think if you like run into it somehow. I might be wrong on that.
I think I want to. I don't remember exactly what it does. I think like in this, if you throw it, it'll just like who's in first? You? All right.
Oh yeah, if you use in first
With you.
place, it's just like, well.
It'll just like hit you. All right, Oxide Station. Since we're here, the original version of the game has like a super cut that like skips half of the whole fucking course. I'm not kidding.
Jeez.
Yeah, because it's like they had this really complex design where it just like it's like a knot. It's like spaghetti.
Yeah.
That one room there, yeah. Oh my God, Crash, shut up.
Yeah, the game was particularly it handled checkpoints weirdly, I guess. So yeah, no, if you didn't raid, you wouldn't like get picked up by the mask. You would just like be here already, and then the laps get counted. So you could just get like a really fast time on Oxide Station, but only on this version. Yeah, they no, they accounted for that in the remake.
They didn't account for Thunderstruck though. At least on launch.
Not for a time, no.
Like back when you had that shortcut, because like the other half of the track is just on the other side of the starting point, and you could just jump to it. So people were getting like time trials times that were like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Or at least that's the time that I got before.
Yeah,
it got patched out.
some tracks had to be like taken out of the remake's online rotation for a time because of those fucking glitch cuts. Also, yeah, I'm with Calexo on this one. Please be quiet, Crash.
It seems very interesting of a choice to have like an online competitive racer where there's just like shortcuts, where like there becomes like a kind of a meta of how you race it.
Yeah.
It sounds weird.
I mean, I know my meta is sandbag and then wait for the first item box to get a mask and go past everybody who's shooting each other with missiles and crates.
Well, that could apply to most of these Mario Kart lives.
What, you call that racing? Forget about it. If you's gonna face Oxide, you's gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. For a sizable fee, of course.
In the remake, he like blows you up.
Yeah, there's more, I guess, intricate cutscenes for when the bosses challenge you in the remake. Alright, if the head swap glitch thing was applied, we would be seeing Komodo Joe's head on Pinstripe's body there.
Like, oh, in that cutscene?
Yeah.
This is one of you could say in game.
If only.
Was that line used in something? Because I recognize that.
The F some of this one?
Yeah,
Some Mugen character?
probably.
I don't know.
I need to hear it again.
Also, this is why this is also why this is like my least favorite boss fight in the game, because of him just going fucking ham with bombs. He's also like the only boss in the. He's also the only boss in the game that like throws anything forward. So there's that too. Yeah, it's like you'd think Oxide would like throw beakers or crates or something forward at you, but no, Pinstripe's the only one who like does anything like that.
Yeah, that's definitely a really familiar quote from a Mugen character, but I forgot which one.
Probably by the nun.
Yeah, I didn't want to say him.
Let's just...
Well, if it was used there, I would not remember.
Ugh.
This guy's got the quote-unquote drips, so he's my favorite.
Yeah, Pinstripe's my dude. He's got the good look.
He's got the suit. He's got the gun wife.
Yeah, he's got the Bionic Commando.
Oh my god.
You're mine.
Eventually, maybe. I don't know.
uh, Alright, yeah, the boss races, like, yeah, you can just, like, be a good ways ahead of them, but, like, you'll still just hear them, like, you'll still just hear them going, throwing out there, like,
Good night.
you'll still just hear them using their items, even though it won't matter. It's especially funny with Oxide because of that fucking giant supercut in his track.
Big Sky!
I don't think he had that in this game.
Oh no, he did.
Oh right, yeah, fucking yeah, Oxide actually did have a few lines for like when the player uses him, but you'll never hear that because Oxide's not playable without external codes.
I think him and his girlfriend are having a spat.
I doubt you'd be as lucky with Oxide. Here's a key for your troubles. Oh, brother.
I like the eye roll. It's cute.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The little terror vermin has finally collected all the trophies to become world champion. What took you so long? Now we prove who the fastest driver really is.
It's a wall in there.
Yeah.
Ah!
You drive in there as engine, just hear a
Oh yeah, he
ow
fucking
on the loading.
cheats! He's a cheat. He's like, I'm the fastest racer in the galaxy, but he's like, no, I'm just gonna get a head start. Illegal head start.
Not illegal on Gasmoxia, I guess. I don't know.
We never learned how to count.
I don't know what the number 2 is.
Don't fuck with Gasmoxians. We can't count to 3 and we gargle cement. Oh yeah, that's another thing with Oxide in this. Like when you hit anyone else with like a missile, they do that whole tumble into the sky thing. Oxide, he just spins out. Guess it's
He
like,
ignores the laws of physics.
I mean, I guess it's, you know, final boss, I guess.
He's ignoring a lot of laws, I think.
Yeah.
He commits tax fraud.
Christ.
Okay, look, it's only funny on him and not Yoshi, because Yoshi Island doesn't even have fucking taxes.
If he owns, like, this giant parking lot, he's probably gonna have a lot of taxes.
Yeah, and maybe that's why Vila was like, you have to race for me in Crash Nitro Kart. Because Oxide became playable in Crash Nitro Kart, but he looked worse. Like, a lot worse.
Yeah.
As much as Vicarious Visions tried, and he didn't even have his sick hovercraft.
Oh. I mean, not much could really be done about that.
Not much can be done about Crash going weak.
What can you say about Crash? He's Crash.
When you're Crash Bandicoot, you don't think.
Beat me to it.
Huh?
Whoa! Oh yeah, I don't know if they're gonna show off the... Yeah, I think they're gonna just skip all the stuff required for the 101% ending, so...
I quickly skimmed through this, and they're skipping all the relic races, and they're just doing the thing where it's like, yeah, they're just gonna show like the other two tracks and then the Oxide rematch.
Yeah, because there's a lot that you need to get for the true 101% ending, because
Yeah.
there are relics, which are like the, just like in Crash 3, and I think Crash 2, where you have to get a certain amount of time and hit yellow crates to pause the timer as
I
you
think
race.
that I'm fairly certain the relics were introduced in Warped. I could be wrong.
I think so, yeah.
And then you also have to get the CTR tokens by doing the CTR challenge, where you just do a race and you have to collect the letters C, T, and R, which are hidden through the track, and you have to win.
And getting all the tokens will unlock the gem cups. Those are also required for the full completion. And completing those cups also unlocks the boss characters.
Yeah, I don't think I 100%ed this game, but I think I got pretty far.
It's Oxide.
What the hell?
I'm grabbing my feet!
This is the real
Really
feat.
holding that one.
Savoring that victory.
I can't believe you beat me. I never lose. How embarrassing.
You just did.
Laughing stock of all galaxies. Your miserable planet stays gushy and green. At least you still haven't gathered all my time relics. Until you collected all of those.
They're mine now for some reason.
You'll never be able to claim you are the fastest. This won't be the last time you'll face nitrous oxide. We will meet again.
All right.
And time skip.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
He's just like, you didn't get my time relics, and Crash is like, motherfucker. He's like, what the fuck? Ah!
Whoa! Oh yeah, there's also the fucking, you have to do the crystal stuff, where you have to, like, go across one of the battle arenas and collect crystals under a certain amount of time, and I really hated doing those.
Oh yeah. Those get the
Tokens.
purple tokens. Getting the purple tokens unlocks the purple gem cup.
Because
For some reason in that one, for some reason in that one, your opponents are just all the bosses, and then
You
winning
get
that
Fake
cup
Crash.
unlocks Fake Crash.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
I never saw Fake Crash, so yeah, I never got 100%.
There's also for what it's worth, there's also like cheat codes for all the unlockable characters, including him. So the Fake Crash code I didn't know about for like years, because like the code books and stuff I had, they only ever like had the codes for like the bosses Entropy and Penta. Yeah. Something's wrong in the state of Crash Bandicoot.
I know Penta is like a character I've seen, like not in this game, but like before. So like, what are they a reference to? Just like that cutscene with Dingo Dial?
Maybe?
It's like, it's both that but like it's like that's what I thought at first, but then like Penta's wearing like a purple scarf, and that apparently is a reference to a side character in one of like the like the one of the Crash mangas, I guess, that were around in Japan at the time.
Oh,
Wow.
It checks out because like fake Crash was based on like a bootleg Japanese Crash doll that like one of the team members, I guess like picked up somewhere down the line. They thought it
Right.
was funny and like, hey, let's just make another Crash out of this.
There's something-
Kind of like kind of like what I'm doing with the other
Things.
interpretations of like my Vendetta characters. I'm just making them bootlegs.
Is there something
yeah.
very Mortal Kombat about the way they handle these games? Where they like just make characters out of jokes and then just put like fucking everybody in the remake?
Okay, at least
Yeah.
it isn't up its own asshole about its lore, and
I mean, no, I'm not saying in all ways, just in that kind of way.
just like the good parts about Mortal Kombat's development.
Also, do you have to beat this in a certain time and collect all the crates?
You don't have to collect all the crates, you just have to beat the time.
Collecting all the crates will like take 10 seconds off of your time.
Huh.
See?
Yeah,
Oh.
like that.
Interesting.
If you are trying to go for the platinums, though, you do have to like beat them in a certain time.
Dingo.
Polar Panda. Every time I look over, it's that fucking fat pinstripe. Just growling at me like, "Arr." I got off my diet, alright?
I'm gonna get liposuction. Come on, give me a break over here.
I'm on my cheat day over here. That was terrible.
I started eating bullets.
Oh, or was that the guy with the rocket in his head?
Oh, yeah.
I hate this track because of this turn.
Yeah, this weird ass fucking turn.
Ugh.
Eesh.
I forgot there was
Yeah.
there's like content in this game I haven't actually seen before, so this is interesting. Ah!
Wow! Excuse me.
Oh, nice swerve.
You crashed your voice.
Yeah. Crash Bandicoot strapped throat. He's like,
Lethargic Bandicoot.
oh yeah, right. In the PlayStation version of the remake, they have this track, and then they had the remake of the track, which has the enhanced graphics and styles, and then in the PlayStation version, they just have like a recreation of this.
Yeah, it's like Retro Stadium, I think it's called.
It's just the same track, but with a different aesthetic. I think there's like some sort of issue with Times Trials just because they had an extra track.
Yeah, I do remember like seeing things about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow!
It's a pretty
Yeah.
generous time, I guess.
Yeah. Especially when you actually, like, you know, manage to get all the crates.
Yeah. P-stripe.
Pete, if only ARPA were here.
You're back. You've gathered all
Oh, really?
relics. I'm impressed.
I think I could tell you what he would say.
About time I taught you a real lesson in
He's not into time trials,
capes.
I think is the line. Yeah.
I'm not into Crash.
I'm not into P-stripes.
You got all the relics. Now you're over there.
Oh yeah, right. He throws 2 of those beakers at once.
Yeah.
He
Just,
really is the bastard that breaks all the rules.
Just final boss things.
I'm trying to remember what all the differences are in the powered up items. I guess the rocket is just like faster.
The rocket is, yeah, the missiles are like faster and they track better, if I remember right.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, the red beakers, they slow you down and they also like scramble the item you have in your you have on reserve if you're holding on to one.
Oh,
Yeah. And
Then-
the powered
TNT
up,
crates, nitro crates.
right.
yeah, we mentioned that at the beginning. And then the powered up bombs, they have a bigger like blast radius.
Can't they be remote detonated?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can.
But both of them can? Okay. And then I know the clock just like, I think slows you down even more or like for longer.
Longer.
Yep. And then powered up mask lasts longer. What about the warp orb?
It hits everybody in front of you.
Yeah, we also covered that one earlier.
There's a much for me.
That voice. But knowing this era, there's probably somebody I actually like would recognize.
I will look at that right now. Crash Team Racing behind the voice actors.
Yeah, it's yeah, this was still the era where like Clancy Brown was still voicing Cortex, so there's
Yeah.
him.
David Anthony Pizzuto.
Don't recognize the name, but probably know some more shit he's done.
He is also Dingo Dial, Papu Papu, and Komodo Joe in this one.
Oh,
Huh.
And some dude from Ashra's Wrath. That weird action game that Capcom made that looked like Street Fighter 4 and it was just mostly QuickTime events.
that was a weird thing where that just came out and then just like got forgotten about after a week.
Yeah. And then they had like Ryu in it, and
Yeah, it's like Ryu, Evil Ryu, and then Akuma and Oni, because, you know, of course. And I think one of those DLCs is, like, actually where, like, the actual ending of Ashura's... The actual ending of that game is locked behind one of those. So
no,
I've
I
heard.
remember hearing that.
Fucking Capcom.
I'm glad they put in the Oni from Dead by Daylight, though. I forgot to mention at some point that, this is completely irrelevant to Crash now, during the Terry stream, where I just realized I named, one of her specials, 2 different names based on the light and strong versions, and they're both the names of killers from Dead by Daylight by complete coincidence.
Oh God, yeah.
It's just like,
Fucking Trapper and what was the other one?
Huntress.
Huntress.
Oh.
I was like, if I made a Side L version like T suggested, I'd have to name it like Wraith or something.
She needs I'm Survivor.
Oh no.
No,
If you
no,
hold
for
her taunt
no, no,
block-
no, no, no. Psyche Terry needs I'm and Baby Mad.
I mean,
If you hold Terry's taunt long enough, then Julie starts teabagging.
they already put I'm Survivor in Street Fighter V with Dan, so... So that was Nitrous Oxide Part 2. It looked like the same as the first, whatever.
He was kind of faster.
Yeah.
You beat me once again. Now I have to go back to the planet Gasmoxia, a complete loser.
I love this logic. It's just like, you beat me in a race, now I have to leave! Damn you!
I mean, he kept his word when he, he was like, we'll race for the fate of your planet and stuff like that, and if you win, then you're the fastest and I'll fuck off.
I guess there's that, yeah.
I abide by the laws of racing kings. Yeah, it looks like he activated a super move.
Now they got these, like... Yeah, and they got these, like, cute little where are they now blurbs for everybody.
They all have their dire counters active, but they're not doing anything about it.
It's more like they're using, like, what was it, the shadow moves?
Cortex rules the world, EM.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, here's the most dated one of these.
They actually
As you're gonna
updated
see.
it in the remake, I believe.
Remember the .com bubble? Yeah, that's what that was.
Ohio.
I would love if any of this was actually canon.
Dingo's Diner is apparently canon in Crash 4. And he apparently makes the grossest shit that he considers food.
In the remake, Dingle Dial's blurb got changed to like he's like it got changed from the interesting pets thing to like he's a firefighter, and then they later made that an actual skin for him.
Ziegfeld and Floyd, wow. I don't care what this guy's doing. Actually, no, this seems appropriate. Wrestling is a pretty good place for that kind of trash.
Oh my god, he has blubber bump.
Of course. Papu would fit like a glove in fucking Clay Fighter, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That really is just American politics.
Ripperoo 2024, let's get it going.
Oh, here's this guy.
Hello, I am here.
I think they changed that to like he met a man dressed in red with the sweetest kicks you've ever seen, and then it just said he had to go back.
I like everyone get their win pose but him. Perfect.
He didn't have one made.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
he didn't have one.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, they even got these for the
The
And-
Nitro Squad.
And fucking Ami's the only one of the 4 whose mouth actually animates.
Oh god, this is what Liz used to look like?
Yeah.
Oh, there was a scientist one. Alright.
Yeah, Cortex and Engine, I think, got her.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a...
oh, I guess they're doing this.
Oh god,
No.
are we gonna see fucking Willy the Wombat by fucking Butch Hartman?
No, that one's not in there, but...
They really did plan this to be like the last thing, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it was the last Crash Bandicoot game that they made. Well, Naughty Dog, I mean.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
the last one Naughty Dog did, but yeah, they kind of... Yeah, they really were planning on this one.
Wait,
to
was
just-
that a tiny shit near Tiny Tiger's legs? What the fuck?
I don't think so. I think you might be
Oh,
seeing
I will
things
find
there.
that again.
Also, these pre-console mixes that wouldn't surface again until like 2 decades.
It's a fucking gallery. Thanks.
Yeah, they were just planning on this to be like the last Crash Bandicoot ever, but then it I think it was like the best-selling one or close to it. Point is, it made a lot of money.
And you know what? You know what happens to franchises that make a lot of money?
Yeah. Definitely like some of these concept pieces.
Yeah? I'm forgetting the name of the guy who did the concept art for like the old Crash Bandicoot games. Chris-
Charles Zembalus.
Yeah, I really like his stuff. He did stuff for Crash Nitro Kart too, and it's a shame that like
Yeah,
the
that
most
was
that we
like
could find is just Velo stuff.
yeah, that the Nitro Kart was like the last one Zembalus did art for. Oh god, I don't know what that is, but
That is definitely shit.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh, there he is.
Wow, Cortex was a human?
They actually have the entropy as a ghost. Like, literally.
Yeah.
A car!
That's what Crash Bandicoot turned into.
Oh fuck, it's Hornet.
Oh god, that image. Get a little tiny mouth.
Oh god, it's...
Cortex statue though.
What the hell?
I think these are like stills from the Japanese commercials.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because they had a completely different marketing, marketing material for Crash to make him look more, cuter.
I think
Which-
we're pretty familiar with that as Americans. Or the opposite of that, really.
Oh, the shout out to the Pocket Station.
Shout out to, like, that one, like, Japanese version of, I think, Crash 1? Which had just, like, music made, like, in days for no reason other than, like, they thought it sounded weird.
It was like that was per request of Sony Japan specifically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they thought some of the tracks there were weird. They wanted like tracks that sounded more video gamey, I think the quote was.
They said
So
that
then
the
they
previous one sounded too dreamlike. I remember that one.
Yeah. So then they had to, like, belt out those new tracks. Swirly eyes.
They just went all out on this one, huh? Just
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just weird how, like, there are people who are just like, yeah, we're done with this now. And then companies like, no, you're not. We're not done with it.